Every birthday seems to arrive faster than the last. But here's the strange part. Time isn't speeding up. Your brain is changing how it remembers it. And once you understand why, you'll never think about time the same way again. Quick question. Can you clearly remember what you did last Tuesday? Probably not. Now think about your first day at school, or your first job, or the first time you drove a car. Those memories are still surprisingly vivid. Why? Those days weren't longer. Your brain simply decided they were worth remembering. And that's the secret behind why childhood feels endless, while adulthood seems to disappear.
Most people assume memory works like a camera. It doesn't. Your brain is constantly filtering information. If it recorded every sight, sound, and conversation, you'd be overwhelmed. Instead, it asks one simple question. Is this new? If the answer is no, it pays less attention.
Think about your daily commute. The first time you drove that route, every turn demanded attention. Today, you might arrive without remembering much of the drive at all. The road didn't change, your brain did. It stopped treating that journey as new information, and that's exactly how routine changes your perception of time. Here's where it gets interesting. Your brain doesn't remember time, it remembers change. The more change you experience, the more memories it creates. The fewer changes, the more your brain compresses everything together. That's why one exciting vacation can feel richer in memory than an entire month of ordinary work. Not because it lasted longer, because more happened that your brain considered worth storing. But wait, if routine compresses memories, does that mean routine is bad? Not at all. Routine makes life efficient. Imagine having to relearn how to brush your teeth every morning, or think about every step involved in driving. Your brain automates familiar tasks to save mental effort. Neuroscientists call this automaticity. It's one of the reasons experts become experts. But efficiency comes with a hidden trade-off. The more automatic life becomes, the fewer memorable moments your brain creates. Now, here's a real-world example almost everyone experienced: the COVID-19 pandemic. Ask people how those years felt. Some say they lasted forever. Others say they disappeared in a blur. How can both be true? Because your brain measures two different kinds of time: the time you experience and the time you remember. During lockdowns, many days felt slow, but months later, those days blended together because they looked so similar. Few new experiences, few memory markers, so your brain compressed them. The experience felt long, the memory became short. And that reveals something important. Your memories aren't a diary, they're highlights. Your brain keeps moments that teach it something. The rest gradually fade into the background. Which brings us to the biggest reason childhood feels so different. It isn't because children have more free time. It's because they experience something adults experience far less often: firsts. Every week brings something they've never done before. A new friend, a new game, a new classroom, a new fear, a new achievement. Their brains are constantly building new models of the world. Adults usually aren't. And that's where the feeling of speeding time really begins. Here's a question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Not something dramatic, just different. A new route home, a new hobby, a conversation with someone you've never met. These seem small, but to your brain, they're valuable. Because your brain doesn't measure how big an experience is. It measures how different it is. Difference captures attention. Attention strengthens memory, and memory shapes how long life feels when you look back. Researchers studying autobiographical memory have found a consistent pattern. Periods filled with change are remembered in greater detail than long stretches of routine. Think about moving to a new city, starting your first job, learning a new skill. Those periods often feel longer in hindsight. Not because more time passed, because your brain created more memory markers. Now, compare that to 5 years where every week looked almost the same. Those years often blur together. The calendar didn't move faster, your memories became more compressed. Here's the real time thief: predictability. Every predictable day requires less attention. Less attention creates fewer memories, and fewer memories make months and years feel shorter when you look back. That's why adulthood often feels like it's on fast forward. Not because life speeds up, because your brain becomes more efficient. Now, you might be thinking, so I need to quit my job and travel the world? No, that's one of the biggest misconceptions. You don't need bigger experiences. You need different experiences. Your brain doesn't care whether something is expensive or ordinary. It cares whether it's new. Taking a different walking route, trying a new recipe, reading about a topic you've never explored, learning a few words in another language. Small changes can create surprisingly strong memories because they interrupt routine. Think about your last vacation. It probably lasted a week, yet it may contain more vivid memories than the month before it. New places, new people, new conversations, new routines. The vacation didn't slow time. It simply gave your brain more moments worth remembering. This also explains why childhood summers seemed endless. Almost everything was new. New games, new friends, new places. Children spend much of their time discovering the world. Adults spend much of their time managing the world they've already discovered. That shift changes what the brain pays attention to, and attention changes memory. So maybe we've been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, why does time speed up as we get older, maybe we should ask, when was the last time today gave my brain something worth remembering? Because when people say, life goes by too fast, they're usually not talking about clocks, they're talking about memory. Time moves at exactly the same speed for everyone. What changes is what your brain decides to keep. Routine keeps life efficient, novelty keeps life memorable. And years from now, you won't remember every ordinary Tuesday. You'll remember the moments that surprised you, challenged you, or taught you something new. Those moments become the landmarks of your life, not because they gave you more time, because they gave your brain more reasons to remember it. And maybe that's the closest any of us can come to slowing time.